There we go. Welcome to the party. It's your boy Mountain Tent. We're back again for another day. Path of Exile Gauntlet. This is day 4. We're gonna try to get through the Gauntlet here. Inside this mansion.
Choose what you wish.
That doesn't look good. There we go. Still burning way too much There we go.
My spirit is spent.
All right, and I can't use any of those. Well, I could use the log splitter. I really could. I could go to the retaliations that they have. I mean, sword swarm only goes if you're dual wielding. Well, let's go that route. See what we got. I keep forgetting that I gotta see when the I actually get a retaliation. I only saw one so far. There we go, there we go. And stop here. Okay. See what's going on. Alright. Nothing big, just oh wow. Only got 6% power on the phone. Be right back. All right, it's charging. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Oh, I forgot to pause. That could have been an instant death in the gauntlet. Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened, but I walked away from the computer and it just decided to lock up. Mouse is working again, hopefully.
Yes? While we live, we are blessed.
Welcome.
Seen the devils? The devils. Yeah. All right, let's see here. What's up? What's up? Yeah. I had two deaths. I had two deaths yesterday. It was a sad situation, sir. It was a sad situation. I don't know if you know how heartbroken I am over it, but you know, it was so sad. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. Oh, Hillock can't get me. Hillock didn't get me at all. That was the latest one. I can pretend. You just want Hillock to kill people. That's all that is. I see how that is. You want Hillock to killing people. That's all.
Farewell.
a man on earth at different levels. I'll wait for the map version of Hillock to kill you then. You know it. You know it. Hold up. I gotta go check on one thing.
Still alive, are we? Farewell.
Let's see if I can actually get a good weapon out of this. Seen the devils. Chance it. No. 36. That might actually work out. 240, 42, 243 with the smaller one. I said it might work out. Might. Didn't actually work out. Now this one will work out. There we go. That's what I like to see. Crushing fist, maim, life gain on hit. There we go. Put this in here. I had to go through the whole zone again. That zone must have crashed. That's what it was. Luckily it crashed while I was, oh, it didn't. I logged out and logged back in. That's what it was.
Make your wish.
So pretty much the zone is empty. I just got to get back over to the exit. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to Maribel, see if we can actually survive Maribel. Maribel's probably gonna kill us. That's why I was increasing my damage output, because when I beat her the last time, my damage output was way higher. And now we're about to go back in there.
What is your desire? Come back.
Rare gloves. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I need some rare gloves. I need some gloves to give me some actual damage output. All right, let's see here. Boom. What was I supposed to be doing? Ah, defense, 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 defense. So, from what I can tell, this is gonna suck. Both of those gloves suck. Oh, there you go. It popped up now, but it's too late. Everything's dead. Alright, so that's the way to get out. So that's the way to start the fight. Hey, there's a tribal club. Let's see exactly what that tribal club will give me. Alchemy. So if y'all wondering why I'm walking around and everything when I know where the exit is, That's because I chose. Did it work? No. Man, I will say this, the retaliation goes quick. If you don't catch it right as soon as it does it, you ain't getting no retaliation at all. So I decided that I'm full clearing every zone, no matter what. Full clear, full clear. That guy actually helps me out in over leveling. But there's one problem is, now I remember Zizarin saying, hey, you just gotta over level. Just gotta over level. Yeah, I've over leveled multiple times and still died. And I'll be like way over level. Way over level.
My spirit is spent. I can't do this easily.
Yep, time to leave. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right, let's do this. Okay, let's do this again. There you go. As soon as you see it, you got like a second to react. Second to react. What I'm talking about is that retaliation. You got 1 second. Press the Q button. Press the Q button as fast as possible. I did have it on the middle mouse button, but middle mouse button wasn't working. Well, no, it just takes longer for me to react with the middle mouse button than it does for me to react with the Q. So I should actually remove it from Q. Hold up. All right. Yes.
My spirit is spent.
Yeah, I gotta reset that zone again. As I walk in there, I'm gonna have 4 ruin.
I can't do this just yet.
Choose what you wish.
Rare helmets. Let's see here. More block. So we're just going ahead and going to clear through the rest of this. We're going to reset that other zone. Oh, can I jump there? Yes, can I? Yes, I can. So that has to be reset. So I might as well go ahead and go out, clear my inventory, and then try it again.
by.
New location. Hey, check that out. No ruin. Isn't that wonderful?
I can't do this just yet.
It's meant for more than this. Come on.
My spirit is spent.
Get him.
Approach.
And
What
for
is your
more than
desire?
this. And for more than this. My metamorphosis. Woohoo! Let's see here. What's this? This is Sunder. Sunder goes up in damage.
Approach.
Let's try to get this to work.
Protect the Mirage.
Hey, that Iron Gauntlet sucks. Ooh, look at that. Oh, boarding axe. That might be worth something. Oh, let's just do this. Back in and out. The only one.
The battle has been won.
Well, the more blocking I get, guess what? The more that crushing comes out. Done. Y'all see that crushing? That crushing fist, boy. Oh, crushing came out. Crushing. Got another crushing come out. Somebody somewhere, gotta be somebody somewhere. Comforting to know it's gotta be somebody somewhere. There we go.
I believe I could give the great Duresso a run for his money now.
Comforting to know, no, can't be. One thing one I can't be the only. All right, so let's look at this. We got defenses. Let's look at our block. Chance to block attack damage is 38. 38, people, 38. So with that 38, let's look at this. This one. 2% chance to block spell damage for each overcap chance to block attack damage. So look, that's really good as long as we have good block. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip past all of this and we're going this way. We're then gonna go here, physical damage, and get this one. And the reason why we're skipping all the way through there, or we got to get a little more damage. So we're going to go here, here, and then get those three. That's going to give us more damage. Then we go into grabbing the one that says 40% increased physical damage with skills that cost life. And the reason why is because this build was made specifically in a particular way. And we need to get those nodes early so we can cut over to to the build end, or not the build end, to where the build's gonna go. Ooh, Marivale's lair. Okay, so how do I get to? Where do I get that at? Oh, okay. So what I want, or what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, or what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go get that damage, get the bleed, keep going until I can get block. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. I don't know if I can survive to that though. All right, let's try. Let's try.
My spirits are spent.
Come on.
We stand at death's door.
There we go.
Ladies first, fair Mervale.
There we go. There we go. What's gonna suck is trying to get through this zone, these zones, or get through oversouls this time. Oversouls is different.
I am Nina, a beast.
Gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me.
Goodbye.
One last time. speaking. Yeah. Oh, just a FYI, you did miss, Sarah, Sephra. You did miss Hillock, because Hillock actually had another chance to kill me. Didn't kill me though. I'm just that good. Woo-wee. Come on, people. Come on, people. Look at that. I got a bow. I got a bow thing. Here we go.
I can't do this just yet.
Some more blocking.
My spirit is spent.
Choose what you wish.
So, look, the reason why I'm using this shield right here is because of the 180% block recovery. It is wonderful. I get hit with the block and I don't stop. I can just kind of go off. There is a little bit of a delay, but not as much as if I don't have it. I'm gonna be running a block centric build. I need to make sure. I had to change my shield from the one I normally use. Come on. Did I? There we go. Which I normally use the evasion shield most of the time early on because it has a movement speed addition. And sorry, movement speed is like king when you're leveling. But blocking is just like getting stunned. So if I don't do this, if I don't do the blocking, then what's gonna happen is I just kind of get myself into a situation. Remember I said if I go to a zone, I'm gonna clear the entire zone just so I can continue to stay over leveled. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm continuing that process. I'll be over leveled like by a ton. I'll be over leveled by a ton. And I still don't think I'm gonna be able to beat Oversouls. And what I mean by that is my damage output is okay. But when I hit Oversouls, I don't know if my damage output will be where it needs to be. And what do I mean by that? Just in case y'all don't understand that, is how I beat Oversouls the last 2 or 3 times, or the last two to three times was I actually just DPS'd him in the insta phase. So you saw where I died that last time, right? So on the last death to Oversouls, he went into the second phase. Every time I've been in the Gauntlet and I've gotten to that point, I do so much damage that I don't ever see that second phase. Or if the second phase gets ready to start, he dies as soon as it happens.
My spirit is spent.
So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that with this build. Well, I might be able to, but it's gonna be questionable. So, and what I mean by that is I have to get some specific configurations for this gear to be able to do it. So right now I have pretty cheap what you want to call it, rings here. I got to change those rings into better rings. And what I mean by that is, so I got and I'm gonna need it. Don't get me wrong. Those rings, they're okay for getting through Marivel, but I need to get some other rings that are gonna be better.
Choose what you wish.
Rare jewelry. I'll take that.
I believe in traveling light.
So where my issue is, like here, I gotta find some gloves.
I am.
I gotta find some gloves that are acceptable. And then I gotta find like this helmet and everything. So the helmet, I gotta get the helmet. I gotta kind of craft the helmet to have extra damage. Can I do extra damage on helmet? No, I know you can do it on gloves. In the helmet, you got to do. I can't do that till later. Oh, yep. I can't do that till later. So this is a better helmet than the one I'm wearing. So I could pull this, then try to craft it, but I don't want to pull and craft this helmet. I really need to wait until to try to get me a glove and craft a glove. That's why if I see gloves, I just go get it automatically. Jewelry. So you see this one, it's got physical attacks and everything like that. What I need to do here is I need to grab like this, not this ring, not that ring, but let's grab this ring and this ring. And you see I got enough that I can go through. And then what you do is I gotta take this ring, throw that in there, and then say, okay, I need physical damage increase on that ring. I need physical damage increase on this ring. Then I gotta go augment those rings. Hopefully I'll get something good. Mana regeneration and some intelligence. Not that great. So that increases, so I'm at 438 with that. Now, with the other rings in, I'm at 348. So I almost go up a whole, I go up by 100 points just by that little small modification. So that's one of the things that I need to do so I can go ahead and try to get through Oversouls. The second thing that I'm gonna need to do to get through Oversouls is that glove. That is a huge increase. Like this. So if I pull this glove and I change the gloves out. So 349. Look at that. 409. Hold up. Hold up. 409. 394. Okay, so it goes up a little bit. Not that great, but it goes up a little bit. And then if we go and we see 454, it does go up by a lot more when I'm out in the world. So let's go ahead and clear this out real quick. I might have to switch back out again. in your eyes.
A legendary battle.
All right, we in Crossroads. Woo!
I can't do this just yet. I do love the stink of victory.
Woo!
Ready yourself. What is your desire?
Rare helmet.
Slaughter them all.
I got you. I got you.
You live to fight another day.
since it all began. Perhaps I am the only one who still looks upon Lunaris, who remembers her name. Soon, I will be gone, and the moon will go on alone. My husband has returned. My dead husband hunts me. Coral, too, and my uncle.
There we go.
Rise and walk and feed. My girls, they walk now and feed. God has forsaken us. Lunaris is my witness. Tonight, I return to my family. I haven't slept. No one has slept. Not for 3 days, not since the black storm in the northern ranges. Not since the nightmares began. Violent and twisted night terrors. They whisper to us, tempt us, threaten us, beguile us. They promise terrible things in return for even more terrible acts. My husband and I went to Alistair to find a doctor who might help. He should have been back yesterday. I fear for him. I fear for all of us. It has been a little over a week since the black storm. My husband has not returned, and sickness now sweeps through our village. Many have died, and those who have lived have changed. These were folk we once called neighbor and friend. Now they limp and stagger through the night, their deformities as grotesque as the madness in their eyes.
I can't do this just yet.
Yes. Not much, sheepish.
Full the night of the black storm, it is full again.
Not
They
much.
have come for me. They have come for my daughter. Ravalo called out while the others scoffed and muttered in the darkness. Corin went to them, arms open, welcoming. The nightmares told her to. My uncle tried to stop her. Ravalo crushed his skull with his smith's hammer. I barbadiled the women, but they screamed like monkeys and beat themselves bloody trying to get in.
Same character as yesterday? Not exactly. Depends on when you got off the stream. Okay, so there was 2 deaths yesterday. 2 deaths. So there was 2 extremely difficult deaths. The latest death, i.e. the last one I had, was... Okay, so every 15 minutes, Nightbot should be throwing out both the clips. But if you do like bang RIP, you'll see the last clip, which was me restarting as a shadow. And I was like, I'll just restart as a shadow again. We're gonna get through this, boom, boom, boom. And then I got into the area, and I was just like, I got this, and I ran through, and then I died. So that's why my death count jumped 2 yesterday. 2. I was like, no. So are we dead yet? He's giving up. He's giving up. He's like, look, I can't do this no more. Yankenstein, he's actually still trying to go through. He's act 2 right now. So he's in the same act I was yesterday. How long before the Absolution build? Probably no. This build is probably just as good as the Absolution build. Absolution is probably if it comes down to it, and let's just be honest. If it comes down to it, we might actually have to run Absolution. And the reason why is because if it gets to tomorrow, if I can't start you know, making progress today, i.e. I die, yeah, there's gonna be an absolution build just so I can get into the drawings. Just so I can get into the drawings, because that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like I need to make it so I can get at least into the drawings.
I believe in traveling light.
Make your wish.
Oh, none of those. So if we get to the drawings, so I don't know if you know exactly what's up for stake in the drawings. Hold up a second. Let me pull this.
Beware.
So this is what's up for the. Ooh, hold up. Not worth it. Not worth it. Worth this. Okay, so as it stands, this is damage. We'll do damage right here. All right, so pull up and show you what's up for the drawings. Here's the drawings. If I get to level 50, I got a chance at a gift card. Level 60, you get the black 2 terabyte game drive. So that's a possibility. If you get to level 70, you get a draw in for a 500 gigabyte NVMe SSD. If you get to level 80, you got a chance to get a 27-inch Samsung Odyssey G5 monitor. Level 90, you got a chance at a NVIDIA RX 560. Level 95, you got a chance at a NVIDIA RTX 570. These are the microtransactions you'll be able to possibly get. If you finish the Gauntlet, finish Act 10, you get the box. I already got the gloves, and then you got the cash prizes that come with it. So I was aiming for Shadow cash prize, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen because I keep dying with the Shadow, and that's just like you know. Hey, well, I'll be honest though. That bear trap, not the bear trap, that blade trap. Oh my, it was so powerful. It was crazy strong. Now, I could switch, which I thought about doing, switch from that, going from the assassin to going to the saboteur. The saboteur is a trap-based build, or trap-based ascendancy. So if I do the trap-based ascendancy, some of the things that I had built into the blade trap, that some of that stuff will disappear, and not disappear. It will not be a problem. Because I was trying to, because one, you get an increased area of effect, you get a whole bunch of other things that you can do with blade trap if you go saboteur and not the assassin. I was doing the assassin for the crit code configuration, which you won't be able to quite do with the saboteur, but you have other things that would be able to take care of that for the saboteur. You would have to go try to get your crit from gear. You don't have to worry about you have less problems with hit and all these other things that you had to worry about with the other one. Um, it's just it's you know, neither here nor there. It's kind of, you know, one or the other. But I thought about it. I haven't had a chance to go through the POB to try to see if it's going to be worth anything. So this build is pretty much a straight defensive build with a little bit of offense. So one of the things with this build that's really good about this build is this build has the chance to do like 90 some odd percent, 90 block, well 89 block standard, 90 block with 90 block with that one shield. I can go to almost 99% block, which at 99% block you can deflect all ruin. You can deflect all ruin almost. So it is and it's not just 90% block where you're gonna stop ruin physical. You also will have 90% over 90% block with over 90% block with spell block as well. So this build is very strong. Its DPS is weak though. And what I mean by that is the DPS can be questionable. You need specific gear for the DPS to go really good. On average, it's like 400 and it's like 400 and something thousand damage. That's without stacking your bleed configuration together. I'll be able to do some pretty good stacking with it. So if I can get like, if you stack the, what you want to call that thing? I can't think of it. If you can stack the Blade Storm, because I'm doing Blade Storm. If you can stack the Blade Storm and you stack it correctly, you can get the Blade Storms to stack up to and increase your damage. Now with Blade Storm, one of the things with Blade Storm is you can just kind of throw these storms and they'll stay in place, and if a boss is in it, they'll just take damage. Well, if you can get him to stay in place long enough, i.e. that's what I mean by stacking. If you can stack 2 or 3 of those things, you do a pretty good amount of damage. You can do millions of points of damage, but you have to stack the attack over and over again in that area, and he's gonna be in it and he'll take damage. I'll show you when I get there. When I get to Blade Storm, you'll be like, oh, Blade Storm. I've never seen that power. I used to love Blade Storm. Blade Storm was like the best power, and then they made some changes to it, which made Blade Storm not as good. When Blade Storm first came out, it was like the best power. And that, you know, that's kind of like when they come out with almost any powers. Almost all the powers when they first come out, they're like super powerful, or, well, that's a lie. That's a lie. Blazing Salvo is an example of a very terrible power when it first came out. So Blazing Salvo was so bad that they had to buff it in the middle of the league. In the middle of the league, they had to buff it, because what was going on was you had good damage up until it got to like levels Jim got to level 6 or 7, right? And then you didn't have any damage increase until the gym got over 12. So it just didn't do any damage, and you're just like, whoa, what am I doing wrong? Where's the problem, the issue? And it was just because there was in their programming or their scaling, they just stopped scaling it. It just stopped scaling. And you can't do that, you know, in a game where the creatures are getting stronger. The creatures are getting stronger, and you're sitting there and you're like, but I can't, I don't get stronger. You know. And so just a FYI, when you sit there and we talk about gym level 7 to gym level 12, we're talking about maybe about 15, 20 levels. You know, hold up, so that's at least 10 to 15 levels that you did not get any increase in damage, really. So they had to adjust it. Well, Bladestorm was different. Bladestorm came out, it was just pure wonderfulness. So with one thing with the Bladestorm, that they made Bladestorm became very expensive. Let's put it like that.
I can't do this just yet.
But you just showed me that you could. I pressed the button, you didn't even let the guy come down. That's just terrible. So Bladestorm became very expensive in mana wise. And so because Bladestorm became very expensive mana wise, it was pretty much only usable with, like, you know, Soul Taker. Now Soul Taker is an axe. And that axe says even if you're out of mana, your power's gonna go off no matter what. So you use Soul Taker and you just, you know, bam, 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 and you could actually do damage because it was fine. Now with but Bladestorm, because it was so with melee attacks, it was so expensive in mana wise, you'd burn through your mana like boom, and it's gone. And so you would just be like, okay, well, I got issues. And so Soul Taker is a very expensive axe, very hard axe to get. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna get Soul Taker every league because it's expensive. So you think I'm burning through mana now? Mm-mm. This is not burning through mana. What are you doing? And one good thing about Bladestorm is you have multiple different types of Bladestorm. That's the cool thing about Bladestorm. So while you're leveling through the axe and stuff like that, or going through maps and stuff, you'd use Bladestorm Sand Bladestorm, and you convert over to Blood Stance when you're fighting bosses. And the reason why is because you have higher bleed. You have a higher bleed with Blade Storm in Bloodstains. And so just FYI, I'm a bleed guy with this build. This build is a straight bleed. Eventually, I got a chance to bleed with this weapon right here, or this gem configuration. So I got a chance to bleed with this configuration. Now, eventually, so what happens is you get a very good stack of bleed before the stat mana cost to channeling skill. Soul Taker was used a lot, especially for Cyclone. It was the equivalent of 20 to 30 div today. Yep. You are correct. Soul Taker just became because it made it easy. Let's just be honest. It made it easy. You could reserve all your mana if you wanted to. Now, I didn't reserve all my mana. Because there was no reason to. It just wasn't. I mean, I had enough mana to do it, but you swing to 2 or 3 times and it was like, oh, I'm out of mana, and then so you're stuck until you regenerate that mana. And no matter if you had mana on hit, mana leech, I mean, let's just be honest, I'd be over here dead up in this here just to make sure I could get enough mana recovery, and you still didn't have a good mana recovery. So Soul Taker was like the epitome of what you needed to, be able to do your build and be able to do good amount of DPS if you were melee. So then they, like you said, Soul Taker became very hard to get. I remember when I used to get into every league and at least get 1 or 2 Soul Takers. And then all of a sudden, I haven't seen a Soul Taker since. No joke. I have not seen a Soul Taker hit the doggone, hit the ground in such a long time. Come on. I was about to say, you were supposed to take that crushed fist. I didn't see it coming out. So I remember back in the day, this is another thing that's kind of fun. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember back in the day, you used to be able to do, what's the name of that? Kingmaker. There you go. You used to be like, oh, I got Heartseeker, I got King, I got Soul Taker, boom, fuse them together, bam, I got the Kingmaker. And you could just get that axe just like that. It was just like so easy. Then they made the change. After they made the change, yeah, you can't make it as easy as you used to. Woo. So 413. Yeah, switching that back.
Speak.
All right, now I get a reward. Let's see what we got. We got poachers, flesh and stone. There we go. So that was another thing. In 3.25, they really screwed us over. They screwed us over in 3.25. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they screwed us over in 3.25. I don't know if y'all remember, but 3.25, they decided that they were gonna try to make things this league, I dropped 2 chevrons. Yeah, I actually dropped chevrons before too. See, this is so messed up. This is so messed up because you used to be able to just get. So you remember chevrons? You used to be like, I can't get a chevrons. You have to kind of work to get a chevron. They change it. You can get chevrons. You know, somebody says, hey, I dropped the chevrons. You look at them like, okay. Before it's like, all right, that's cool. Now we can go this route. Because chevrons used to be a build defining unique. Remember? It used to be a build defining unique. Everybody wanted to get a chevron so they could go ahead and get that, you know, get that build defining unique going. And I need that. I would take that. I need more intelligence though. So there's a couple of things that we're doing here that we're looking at. Okay, so molten shell. Molten shell is something we're gonna need. So we're gonna have to pull molten shell. I pulled the eviscerate because eviscerate gives bleed. I can't use eviscerate current. All right. So what that means is we're gonna have to switch. We're gonna have to switch our weapon out so we could do eviscerate. Now, the weapon we got, we're gonna have to get an axe. That's pretty much what it is. We got to get an axe. The reason why is because if we get the axe, we can do eviscerate, which causes bleed. And what are we? We're gonna be a bleed gladiator. And then we're gonna also be able to do, you know, the sunder to be able to do things. So I gotta find an axe. Now, this is gonna be pulled over here for right now. Now there's so I got eviscerate. That's one thing that we need for sure. Flesh and stone is something that we're gonna want. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. This is another one that's kind of messed up. So in 3.2.5, that's what I was saying. In 3.2.5, they got rid of the most important piece. The most important piece of flesh and stone. Flesh and stone, I don't know if y'all remember this. Flesh and stone used to cause maim, and flesh and stone used to cause blind. So you throw flesh and stone on and just run around, and as long as they get close enough and they're within that circle, they were blinded. So that means they don't hit you as much. So that was a great thing. And then you got the maim, which was pretty good because now you're using flesh and stone for maim. Now, one trick that most people did not realize is you could do flesh and stone and put maim on flesh and stone, which used to double stack the damage that you get from maim. Yep. Back in the day, the things that you used to be able to do that GGG just gets rid of because they don't want you to have any fun, people. They don't want you to have any fun. Oh, just like this. Y'all remember the Defiance banner, right? Defiance banner used to be the thing that you used to put on, and you didn't even place the banner. You didn't need to place the banner. You just had the banner on to give yourself better defenses. It's like, hey, I'll throw this on, and your defenses used to be much better. Now, our banners, I mean, do people use banners? I don't use banners anymore. I don't even look at banners anymore. Because I can carry other things in my build that usually, you know, I can carry other things in my build that will take care of or do better than do better than that. Let's just put it like that.
Stay true to you.
So let's go ahead and pull this off. Let's change the coloring. Hey, we got, so we're gonna go ahead and put Flesh and Stone on. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna pull this. We might not even use that. We're gonna change the color of this. Herald appeared. Now we have so many different aura pieces right now. So many different auras. We're probably not going to be able to reserve them all with the current configuration until we get some other stuff in place. So, but the things that we have to do is we have to get this axe. You remember? Oh, hold up. Is that the right one? We got to get this axe. And why? Because we want to do eviscerate. Remember, we got to do that eviscerate.
Return.
So now what we got to do is kind of hope that we can get something good out of that axe. So there we go. So it's linked. Now what we got to do is try to get it with extra damage and working it so that it actually works. The accuracy on that thing was actually pretty good. Now what we got to do is let's see if we got any essences that will help penetrate fire resistance. Nope. Lightning damage to spells. Really? Nope. Fire damage, nope. Spell damage, nope. Cold damage, nope. There we go. Adds physical. Adds physical. So, is it gonna be good? Don't know. Is it enough? Probably not. Oh, what did I do? I got that in the wrong spot. We're gonna try it because, you know, we can. That's only 50 versus that. Nope, it's not gonna be worth it. It's not gonna be worth it. We're gonna have to strip and clear it again. Okay, so look, we got 413. Oh, it does. It's worth it. The physical increase is definitely worth it. It's that attack speed. Grants life per enemy hit. That's actually, hey, that might actually be worth it. That's 3 points better than than this hammer. It's 3 points better than the hammer.
Speak. Going.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go ahead and do that, because this gives us extra damage right there. Okay, then we're going to do flesh and stone. Did I put flesh and stone in place? I thought I did. Arrow of purity, vitality, flesh and stone. There you go, flesh and stone. That's what it is. So we got to get rid of that vitality. You remember I was sitting there saying we got too many auras? That's what it was. So, flesh and stone, there. And then blood and sand. No. Let's do flesh and stone here and then get rid. There you go. So now there's a little aura around me. It's a blood aura. This is the sand aura. The sand aura, of course. Now, that's all something that y'all need to be aware of too. So look at this. So when I'm in the sand stance, I get more area of effect while in sand stance, less area damage while in sand stance. I also take 10% less damage from enemies that are inside my aura. Oh wow, hold up. Hold on. I'm back, sorry. All right, so. So I was showing you the auras, right? That's what I was showing. So sand stance, I take less damage from enemies in the aura. So anything in that circle, I'm gonna take less damage from. I'm also gonna have more area of effect while in that stance, and less area damage. Now, with Blade Storm, this is what I was talking about with Blade Storm. Blade Storm has area damage. So when you're in blood stance, you're fighting the bosses, right? You fight the boss, there's gonna be a red circle. That red circle is not going to be that large. It's going to be a lot smaller. It's going to be tighter, but it's going to have a 11% increased damage. Now here, when you go from when I go into blood stance and I'm fighting somebody, they're going to take 11% more physical damage from hits. So that more physical damage means more bleed, more thing. Now, Blade Storm also has an ailment configuration that's built into it as well, which is it does more damage with bleeding, I think. Sunder, Sunder, Sunder. So I picked up Herald of Purity, and the reason why I picked up Herald of Purity is I want more damage. Now, before we get to what's his name, before we get to Oversouls, I want as much damage as I possibly can. I want this thing to, I want to get through Oversouls so bad. I want to phase him. I want to almost insta phase him. So right now, I'm foregoing anything else other than the damage nodes. So when you fight a boss,
I like that.
you remember I was sitting there and saying, when you fight a boss,
My spirit is spent. I can't do this just yet. A pity your mind wasn't as swift as your blades, bridge rats.
you see that type of damage? You have to go blood stance when you go against bosses and things like that. It's just a like a given. I'm out of scrolls. Oh wow, did I pull the scrolls out by accident? Okay, so there we go.
Hello. Going.
The spirit hunts with you. Be kind if you can.
We need 5 scrolls. I'll put that one. So now what I'm doing is you'll notice that the cones from the attacks are a little bit larger. I can hit more things with it. Some people are like, hey, why do you always stay in sand stance when you do more damage in blood stance? My thought process is, why would I want to stay in blood stance if I can kill most things in sand stance, get more area of effect out of my powers, so I can just pretty much just walk through most stuff. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, Eviscerate is awesome. I like Eviscerate more than I like Crushing Fist. So the reason why I like Eviscerate more than Crushing Fist is because Crushing Fist to me only has, you know, to watch. Hit me, people. Nobody wants to block. So Crushing Fist is great for when, like, let's say you're going against a boss by itself. I think Crushing Fist is great for that. But Eviscerate helps you clear. And why and there's a reason. So Eviscerate throws a wave out that hits everything and will cause bleed. While Crushing Fist, it's straight down on whatever you're fighting. So I like Eviscerate because it's a wave that goes through all the enemies. So guess what? If I get hit by something because it didn't die when I'm going through, I get hit by something, I hit Eviscerate, it will still help me clear things on the screen versus just that guy that's in front of me.
Sweat.
Gotta love it, baby. Gotta love it.
What is your desire?
Oh, unique armor. Gotta do it. I had that last time, but I didn't even go in there. I was like, oh yeah, I got a unique armor configuration. And I forgot to go in and grab it. Looking strong, yeah. It's doing what it's supposed to do. That's a unique belt. Might be a belt. I'm hoping I can maintain what I need to do to scale this thing. The damage output is really nice. Y'all saw that eviscerate wave, right? A Buckman, a Buckman. That actually might just be worth it. That just might be worth it. So, one of the things you got to remember about is a good belt in the Gauntlet can carry you a pretty good distance. How come? Okay, so belts can give unexpected effects. Okay, let me explain in just a second. All right, so and here, go down to the crypt. Let's go here and let me show not tell. Video wiki. I really should have this thing on unique belts. So the unique belts. There you go. That's a better view, I think. Okay, so unique belts. There's a good unique belt will drastically change the game. Okay, so we already know, like with my build, physical damage increases do way more to my damage output, and let's say added fire, added cold, added lightning. So if I get if this belt, which is a level 8 belt, if it drops, guess what? That's a huge amount of damage increase for my build. Also, you'll notice this: 10% increase the maximum life. That's a huge increase. You're also going to get increased flask recovery. So let's just say that's not the one we're going to get, right? Let's just say we don't get that. Feast bind. If that drops, guess what? Global physical damage increase, which is a huge thing. Plus, I'm getting physical damage increase. I get life leech, 50% increased flash charges gained during a flash effect. 50% increased mana regeneration during a flash effect. This belt would kind of just, make me move forward and everything like that. It's just really good moving forward. Now, the one I just picked up was Chains of Endurance. Now, is this as good? No, it's not as good, but it's still very good. The reason why is because anything that hits me is going to take physical damage. You can't upgrade unique belts. I'm sorry, I said a good unique. Did I say a good unique belt or a good belt? A good belt is what I said. A good unique belt. Unique belts can't be modified. You can corrupt them, but you can mess the whole belt up. And I don't have the access to just corrupt belts and just be like, hope, this belt is going to be good for right now. Because what happens is I get really a good attack back from it. I'm just using a regular belt for right now. Right now, if we go in and look, I just have a regular belt. I have not dropped a unique belt at this time. This is the first unique belt that has dropped. So putting it on is going to be a good thing. Also, one good thing about this belt is if I get chilled, electrocuted, or chilled, shocked, have ignite on me or anything like that, I'm going to regenerate life also. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Now, one of the other things is I got a unique chest piece, which I did that wrong. That's okay. That's okay. I'll go back here. I exited that the wrong way.
Speak.
Give me a second. Let me try to recoup what I was just thinking. I kind of messed up right there. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do to fix that. All right, so this is good, but it's not good for my character, so I'm gonna just put that away. So the belt and everything, like I was saying, the belt is a good belt. It definitely enhances my character. It will enhance my character out type damage. So I got 444, right? So this one gives physical and fire plus some life plus some fire resistance, right? This one gives me physical lightning 8 and some a small amount on armor. Now this is where it's interesting. If I go ahead and I do this, 475, 444. All this did is it increased the physical damage. I got a 2 point, and the maximum went to 4 versus 1 and 2. That's how much damage of an increase physical damage is, or how much scaling physical damage does to this build. So I have to change the colors so I can get my flesh and stone and my molten shell back in place. Now, molten shell, I'm not using it right now, but molten shell will become very important later on. Let's see. I gotta bounce back to the crypt. Yay! The crypt still kept everything open, so that's good.
My spirit is spent.
There you go. That's how you clear things. Remember I was telling you? Eviscerate just went up a level, which means a lot more damage. So this is not one of the character types that I normally play. Okay, so the reason why is because it's a good character type, but it just always was one of those ones I just never had fun with when they messed up Blade Storm. This is a rebuild from an older build. This is a rebuild from an older build. So I'm gonna rush through this area because right now the game is a little bit messed up. So y'all can't hear it, but I can hear it. Every so often, Pee-wee has a like a memory leak that kind of happens. Right now, what was going on was y'all couldn't hear it, but the sound totally just went bonkers. Maybe y'all could hear it. I'm not sure. Yeah. Seconds. Looking at the audio driver to make sure that it's not pausing. All right, there we go. Now let's try to start the game back up. Hey, somebody went into a dungeon without me. Hello, how's it going, Macro? I wanted to join. I can't join late. Sorry, I was trying to get my sound better because I was having problems. Well, what was going on was the sound looked like it was weird. It was coming out weird. It might just be the driver that goes to my headset, but as soon as I shut down the sound and came back in, it actually started working right. All right, so we got this. We've got Crips. We got that. Gonna turn this in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now what we do is we switch over to that. Go here and we go kill. There we go. Here we go. Hold up, let me see what's slowing this down. I need int increases. I need an intelligence increase, which means I need to switch out this switch out this necklace. Because this necklace is actually bad. Well, it's not bad, it's... Let's see what we got. And rare helmets. Yeah, let's do it. I need to replace my helmet. Silver Shrine. Hey, I got another rusty sword. Hey, and an iron mask. Not the ones I'm looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. Come on, come on. So I'm grabbing that because, well, I could not grab it. I could not grab that and just keep going. Which I think I might just have to do that, guys. I might just have to do that. Just kind of skip through. That it's not, none of this is costing me life. None of it's costing me life. I could, ooh, hold up. If I change that over and grab that life situation, cost life instead of 15% of the mana cost, that's gonna offset the price, but it would also give me a 40% 40% physical damage increase because of that. So I could do that next. My next level, automatically, I'm gonna set that up. And that means the attacks are gonna be a lot stronger. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Come on. Wait a second. See, now this will be interesting.
My spirit is spent. I can't do this just yet.
What do we got?
Choose what you wish.
Rare gloves.
Your heart's desire.
I believe in trapping light.
Ah. Hi, Mal. Yeah. Yeah, the gauntlet is rough this time. It is rough. I got 5 deaths on me. Five deaths. I never got above 100 and 140. I was sitting there and I was making good. I was making good. I was like, oh yes, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be. Oops, I died. How did that happen? And then it's been downhill ever since. Downhill ever since.
What? Travel far.
How far have you gotten how far? I ain't got out of the first act, let alone the Maribel's Chambers. Really? Really? Wow, that's rough, dude. That's rough. That's crazy. That's crazy. How many times have you died, Rune, though? That's the question. How many times have you personally seen the beginning beach? How many times have you seen the beach, Rune? That's a good question. Why didn't you do a Templar run? Templar's easy. Templar's easy. After you get Absolution, it's an easy run. Now, I will say getting off the beach, that might be a little bit of a problem for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say the first thing you do is go to Rolling Magma. You do Rolling Magma until you can get SRS. Then when you get SRS, it's just straight SRS run until you get to 12. I mean, get to your the Marivale Cavern. After you get to Marivale Cavern, you could switch over to Absolution immediately, but because the gem might not be leveled up, what you need to do is you need to take that gem, put it in your secondary weapon slot, and then SRS it until you get through Marivale. And after you SRS through Marivale, your gem should be the Absolution gem should have been caught up, and switch over to Absolution. And then run Absolution for the Absolution from that point on. Then you get the first when you get your first Irzaro, it's over. Just to get the acceleration shrine. There we go. Added jacket. Never the things you want, always the things you know. I can't even say never the things you want, always the things you need, because it's never the things you need either. Get this spike. Good. Out we go. Are we dead yet? You just want me to die. That's all that is. I just saw it. I just saw it. That is crazy. Are we dead yet? Why are you trying to set me? Why are you trying to go for, or, you know, go for such a terrible situation, sir? That's just terrible. I can't believe you. I thought we were friends. Just because you lost with the assassin battle doesn't mean that you gotta be all upset with me and stuff like that and be like, hey. Duelist is cheating. Hey, hold up. I said I won the assassin battle. Duelist is not cheating. Duelist is to get me into my drawings. I can't help it if you don't have a duelist build. Alright. I was right at Malachi. I was right there at the Malachi situation. And I had a higher level than you, so I won. I won. Doadri killed me right before Malachi. That's Did you hit 50? No. I was at 40. I was like 47, 48 around in there. We can look. Yeah, hey, I might have to go back to Assassin if hey, I only reason I stopped playing Assassin because I was in the lead. Now underscore. Hold up. That's not a gladiator. Where's the assassins? Assassin. I can't even find him. There we go. Assassin. I was 47. What was your character? Are we dead yet? 43. You were 43. I was 47. I win. I win. Now, if you start another shadow or assassin, I'm going back just so I can beat, just so I can stay in the lead, sir. Just so I can stay in the lead. Point 20 over level. Ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. And it wasn't about being chicken. I just couldn't do enough damage. I was just not doing enough damage. Okay, so when I cut over for, you know, you do know my build was kind of messed up, right? POB kind of added things in that didn't actually function. So I didn't think about it. And so what happened was when I got to Act 2 or Act 3, and before I got into Act 4, I was trying to change things around so I could continue to move forward, but it just didn't work. Blade Trap was wonderful until I got to that point. When I got to that point, it was like, oops. It was like, oops, this isn't working. I don't know what we can do. Let's try to fix this. Oh, so hold up. Let's see here. I don't see an Are We Dead yet. I don't see an Are We. I will switch over immediately to an assassin. I will switch over immediately to an assassin, and I will start kicking buttocks all the way through and make it past 50. That's not a problem. I will not lose. Okay, let me get the Weaver.
My spirit is spent.
No! Ah! I walked right into that. I walked right into that. I walked into the shots. He was here. He was here. He was shooting this direction. I walked into his shot, into where he was shooting. Hold up. Let's see. I got that. I got that clip. All right, let's go ahead and. I will not lose. Let's just show. I'm gonna show this. This was crazy. That was me just being. So watch this. We go in. I'm doing good damage. Boom, 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 boom. He's gone. He comes back. When he comes back, right there. Y'all see that, right? I was out of his shot range. I was out of his shots. He's shooting this direction. I walk directly into his shots. Directly into the shots. I don't even know what happened. I can't even. I don't even see. I don't understand how that happened. That was so sad. That was terrible. That was so terrible. Y'all. Okay. Breathe. 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 Ooh, ah. That's so bad. That's so bad.
You were born with quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession, the business of butchering. You have stolen many a life to fill your purse. Now you will earn your redemption in Rayclast.
Let me adjust my thing over here, guys. Just give me a second. I gotta adjust my death count. I gotta adjust the death count. Give me 2 seconds. There's a lot of things that have to happen when you die. Oh, should I update the death count now? Yep, that's exactly what I just did. I just updated the death count. My death count went up. Woo! That's so sad. So sad. So sad. All right. We got this. What we gonna do? We're gonna breathe. We're gonna take this internally. We're gonna let it settle in the chest real quick. Hold up. Should update the death count. I meant in advance. No. Not gonna happen. So let's go ahead and say we're gonna do this on a fly here. We making a build on the fly, people. Build on the fly. Assassin. Take it to 12. Skills. Match my level. Yeah. That's what that would be correct. DOT builds are gonna be a good Absolution. Yeah. That might be hey, sheepish. That might be the way to go. I'm not gonna deny that might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. Uh, uh-huh. If y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just trying to check something real quick. No, not that one. That one. That one. And if I go that route, that route, that route. This, that. Oh, gotta do the standard. The standard configuration for. I don't need this really. I can put that out. Where's go crit? Go. Calculations. Last but not least, there. Calculation. That's 100. Heals. Math. What does Raph do? Oh, that's the wrong one. We want this in. We want this. Right? Oh, yeah, that's it. Left flat. There we go. I'm just checking to see if I can get some damage in place from going poison route. Will it work? That's the key. Will it work? Even if I go full on crit config, only 36. Spell crit there. Nothing. A critical against shocked enemy. Crit mastery there. There. It still doesn't give me what I need. It said power charges. That ain't gonna get me. Multiplier. Means I gotta go over here. That takes me to 50, but it doesn't give me what I need. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Staff. Not gonna do well. Not gonna do well. I suppose there. Back there. Where's my brand crit? Go. Back there. That's 22. I still only got 50% crit. Oh, that's not gonna work. Only other way is to drop here. That gets me 100% crit chance. Just doing that gives me 100% crit chance. So that means I'm gonna have to sacrifice this one. That. Okay, chaos. Oh, no, I didn't even need to add chaos. Just added lightning. Added lightning damage because it's all going to revert over to the thing. Innervate, that's gonna give me $900 with tree. That's just not enough. Yep. Look at the man planning a level 100 plan when he's gonna die at 20. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm just looking at the. I'm looking at what at the differences of what I can do and get in place. You have to kind of figure some stuff out before you actually go anywhere. So like here, there, and there. What is that gonna get me? Because this right there is level. That's gonna be your level. This is gonna be your level, whatever you want to call it. This is Act 1. Right here. This is Act 1. That's what you get in Act 1. So if you go ahead and you set this to match level, delete all, and then you go in and you say, okay, what am I gonna have? I'm gonna have a Storm Brand. If I'm gonna do Storm Brand, then added lightning, and what other things are we gonna put on there? So if you do added lightning or added, you can do chance to poison, or you can do added cold damage. So added cold will get you this. This is your damage output that you're gonna have, 66. Less than 66 because you're not gonna have this wand. The wand that you're gonna have actually is gonna be a goat wand or a carved wand. Carved wand if you're got everything set and you do it well. That's your carved wand right there. or you can do added lightning to spells. So added lightning to spells would give you an extra 51 points. Spell damage. Just a spell damage increase will only get you 18. So what you're looking for is you're looking to go for added lightning to spells. Pretty much flat. You're looking for flat increases. So anything that's going to give you a flat increase to spell is going to be what you're going to be looking for. And that'll get you 82. So you got to remember, you're not going to be able to stack 2 brands on the guide. You're only going to be able to stack 1 brand. And so you're only going to be able to stack 1 brand on him. You're not going to have a very good hit rate. So we could change how we do things and go here, here, and there. To try to get that hit rate up. Because the hit rate is going to be what matters. The hit rate is going to be what matters. You get 12 activations per brand. You're only going to be able to get 1 brand on him. And it's going to be 12 activations. So the total amount of damage that's going to happen within 6 seconds. So it's going to be 6 times 30, let's say 6 times 91. You're only doing about 500 points of damage. That might not get you, it might not be what's going to keep you alive. Let's just be honest. And we don't have access to spell total. Because what would make a difference is this right here. Spell totem support. I gotta go all the way to Act 3 fixture to get spell totem support. I could do Templar. I could do a Templar real quick. Get up and do the Caged Brute. Level 5 and flying. Yes, do Templar. Heck no, I'm going Shadow. I'm going Shadow. I gotta get the Assassin in place. You decided you were gonna go for back into the Assassin run. Hey, I gotta switch back to the Assassin. I gotta switch back into an Assassin. You want to go against the Master. You want to go against the Master. We're gonna have to go.
Is it possible to murder someone who's already dead?
You wanted to go against the Master. I am the Assassin Master. There is no way I'm gonna let you win against me with an Assassin. Come on now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just run this out. It's over. It's over. Come on, come on. Really? Toast.
Nice not being dead yet.
Woo! And off we go. There we go.
Fine work. Farewell.
I saw Lion Eye's watch.
Spell damage.
Be well.
Want to check something before I start? Fast speeds are only at 24. Okay, good. Let's do that. Let's do that for now until we get it. I need.
What little help I can.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
The furnace down at the slaughterhouse. Yes, that's what this place smells like.
rare ranged weapons. Ranged weapons can consist of wands, so we're gonna do that.
Every carved bow shall be your creed.
Well, that's a bad idea. That was a bad idea. We don't want to go in there. We don't want to go in there. Their speed's way too fast. Even with me trying to freeze them up, they were way too quick.
I'm impressed by how much this place wants me dead.
Why can't I let you win again? Because I'm sorry, sir. You have an idea that you got skills. That's why. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do, which is make sure that I win. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, I'll just do blade trap again just to get through the campaign. Come on, let's go. So one of the problems I have right now is I don't even know when I'm gonna get my power that I'm gonna be using. All right, so it's gonna be at level 12. All right, got it. Just trying to figure out when I'm gonna be able to use my power. Okay, pause. You take care of your little man. I'm gonna go ahead and continue down my path of awesomeness.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Almost. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so let's think about this. I could do that. Look at that. This is gonna take too long. So let's go ahead and we'll switch that out later. It's gonna take too long.
Welcome. Farewell.
Idiot, I could have done that. There we go, this will be faster. It's just faster to run this until you get to 12. You have to do a cutover, but
No on mine.
that's my work phone. Hello, how may I help you? All right. So I just got called from my job. Are we dead yet? You're so lucky. I gotta quit this for I don't know how long this bridge is gonna be, but we will. I will be back online playing or whatever. I just gotta stop. Gotta get on a bridge. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. I hope this helps you in your quest for ultimate power. Yeah, I know, Sheepish. I know. They said they had somebody else, and they actually tried to get somebody else from the team, from my team earlier. The somebody who's before me. But the person's phones aren't working. So since his phones aren't working, they escalated past him to me. So I got to get on. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.